Fasten your seatbelts, football fans, as we dive into the thrilling journey of Nigeria and Ivory Coast to the final of the Africa Cup of Nations 2024. The anticipation is electric, a pulsating current of excitement that's been building up to this very moment. These are two nations with a rich footballing history, their past encounters painting a picture of a balanced rivalry. 12 matches, 6 wins for Ivory Coast, 4 for Nigeria, and 2 draws. It's the very definition of a clash of titans. Let's talk key players. For Nigeria, keep your eyes on Victor Osimhen and Lookman. Their contributions have been nothing short of spectacular. Ivory Coast isn't short on firepower either, with Hala and Adingra leading the charge. It's a veritable constellation of footballing stars, each of them ready to etch their names into the annals of history. With the stage set for an epic showdown, let's delve into how these titans made it to the final. Under the leadership of coach Jose Peseiro, Nigeria has been a force to be reckoned with. Indeed, Nigeria's journey to this final has been nothing short of extraordinary, a testament to the team's resilience, skill, and sheer determination. The team has faced formidable opponents, yet they've consistently risen to the challenge, showcasing a level of football that has left spectators in awe. A key player in Nigeria's journey has been none other than Victor Osimhen. His performances have been pivotal, steering the team towards victory with his remarkable speed, precision, and an uncanny ability to find the back of the net. His efforts, combined with those of his teammates, have propelled Nigeria to the final, a stage set for the ultimate showdown. The team's strategy has been a crucial aspect of their success. Coach Peseiro has led with a clear vision, fostering a style of play that is both aggressive and controlled. Nigeria's offensive prowess, spearheaded by Osimhen and Lookman, has been one of their greatest strengths, often overwhelming their opposition. However, every team has its Achilles heel. For Nigeria, it has been their occasional lapses in defense, something their opponents in the final, Ivory Coast, might look to exploit. Truce Dekong, a stalwart in Nigeria's defense, will need to marshal his backline effectively to withstand the onslaught. Despite these potential weaknesses, the spirit within the Nigerian camp is high. They've overcome every obstacle thrown their way, and have shown that they're not just participants, but contenders for the title. The players have demonstrated a unity and a shared belief that has been as formidable as their performances on the pitch. With a strong lineup and high spirits, Nigeria is all set to battle it out on the field. The stage is set, the players are ready, and the world is watching. It's time for Nigeria to write their own story of glory. Ivory Coast, led by interim coach Immerse, has shown nothing short of resilience in their journey to the final. The Elephants, as they're affectionately known, began their Africa Cup of Nations 2024 campaign on a somewhat shaky note. However, they quickly steadied themselves, pulling off a series of victories that demonstrated their mettle and persistence. This resilience was particularly evident in their semi-final clash against the DR Congo. Despite being the 15th meeting between these two teams, the Ivory Coast held their ground, buoyed by the support of their home crowd at the Alassane Ouattara Stadium in Abidjan. In the core of this resilient pack, we find the likes of Sebastian Hala and Jean-Daniel Adingra, who've been nothing short of phenomenal. Hala, with his predatory instincts in front of the goal, and Adingra, with his ability to orchestrate play from the midfield, have been instrumental in the team's journey to the final. The strategy of the Ivory Coast has been one of balance. They focused on maintaining a solid defense while exploiting their attacking prowess when opportunities present themselves. This approach, however, is not without its potential pitfalls. The reliance on key players could prove to be a double-edged sword if they fail to perform, or if the opposition manages to neutralize their impact. Yet the Ivory Coast team's strengths are numerous. They have a blend of youth and experience, an interim coach who's managed to galvanize the squad, and a home crowd that's ready to cheer them on every step of the way. With the home ground advantage and a determined squad, Ivory Coast is ready to put on a show. The stage is set, the players are ready, and the fans are roaring. The resilient march of the Ivory Coast promises to be a thrilling spectacle in the final showdown against Nigeria. As the two teams prepare to face off in the grand finale, excitement and anticipation fill the air. The stakes are high, not just for the glory of lifting the coveted Africa Cup of Nations trophy, but also for the lucrative prize money. Yes, the champions will find themselves richer by $7 million. while the runners-up will pocket a cool 4 million. Now let's talk about the predicted starting lineups for both teams. Nigeria's coach, Jose Peseiro, is likely to rely on the likes of Victor Osimhen and Lookman. On the other side of the pitch, Ivory Coast, under the interim leadership of Immerse, will be betting on the skills of Hala and Adingra. The potential game strategies are also worth discussing. Nigeria, with 4 wins under their belt, might adopt an attacking approach, led by the formidable Osimhen. Ivory Coast, however, with 6 victories in their previous 12 encounters against Nigeria, might employ a more defensive strategy, relying on their resilient backline. The key matchups are also intriguing. Lookman versus Adingra, or Simon against Hala. These clashes will likely dictate the pace and outcome of the match. Osimhen's speed and Lookman's agility could prove crucial for Nigeria, while Hala's strength and Adingra's guile might just swing the balance in Ivory Coast's favour. As the clock ticks down to the final whistle, one thing is certain: we're in for a thrilling match between two of Africa's finest teams.